but it's so important to tune in to what your body is trying to tell you. Am I actually full or am I bored eating? Surprisingly high in protein, good source of fats, good source of grains. That for me is the key. Good morning, welcome back to my channel. I've just gotten back from the gym. Well, the gym, Jess's home gym, which Ella and I have been doing like weekly sessions in at the moment. It's just fun to like change it up and train with more people. I love it. This morning was honestly so much fun. I went to 5:30 club. I have been better. I've been getting back into it and I'm just about to jump on the phone with my new tax accountant and we're gonna sort out this last like financial year and get everything done. So I'm a bit nervous because I'm like, oh, I don't know how much I owe and like, what's gonna happen? Before I jump on, I'm just gonna make some breakfast. I'm honestly just always in the mood for avocado toast. So I'm gonna go Vegemite, avocado, nutritional yeast, hemp seeds. What a combo. But I really wanted to talk about, I guess, binge eating, emotional eating. It's something that I'm learning in my lectures at the moment. For those of you who are new here, I am studying nutrition. Please take this video with a grain of salt. It's just gonna be some general, really general basic sort of tips. So yeah, I'm excited for this video and I really hope you guys find it beneficial or it helps or motivates you in some way. If you do need to see a health professional, please book in to see a dietitian. Okay. Let's get on to breakfast. Done, my taxes are done. I just wanted to sit down and have a bit of a chit chat. Firstly, taxes went a lot better than what I thought they would. I was expecting to have to pay thousands of dollars to tax. The guy who I went through was amazing because he specialized more in social media stuff, but I thought I would sit down, have more of a chat about like binge eating, bored eating, emotional eating. In quarantine, I wasn't listening to my hunger cues and I was just eating when I felt like it / when I was bored. And I think that was a huge thing, is that I was just eating just because it was there and just because I felt like I had nothing else to do. And it really like weighed on me a lot because every night I would go to bed in pain with bloating, I guess the first thing is super standard, and you probably hear it all the time, but it's listen to what your body is trying to tell you. We have two hormones called ghrelin and leptin. Ghrelin is your hunger hormone, and little leptin over here is your satiety hormone. More often than not, our ghrelin hormone is a lot stronger than the leptin hormone, so you'll eat and eat and eat and eat, and then only like 10-15 minutes, maybe even up to an hour after you've eaten, will you feel that complete satiety from that meal. I think for me it was super important to eat a serving of a meal, whether it's breakfast, lunch and dinner, or even just a snack, and then waiting 10 minutes before I go back and either get another bowl or get another handful of snacks, to honestly just listen to what my satiety cues are telling me. Am I actually full or am I bored eating? And more often than not, I was completely full. Sometimes when you get a taste for something and it tastes so good, you're like, I want more, I want more, I want more. But sometimes if you know you've reached that point where it's like, I really don't need more, but I want more because of like the taste and stuff, but you're just kind of going overboard, take 10 minutes just to kind of not think about it and then see if you're still actually hungry, because we often lose that, I guess, craving for that taste, that continuous taste, if we wait about 10 minutes even. I even had to downsize my bowls because we have these huge bowls and they work amazingly for Geordie because he's got a huge appetite and he trains so much more than I do, and he's a boy so he needs a lot more food than I do. That's just how it is. So I feel like I was eating the same portion sizes as him and then going back for seconds like he was too. I got two smaller bowls for me, which are really cute by the way, and I love them. So that really helped, and also eating that serving and then just waiting a bit, drinking some water and just letting it digest, and then seeing, okay, am I actually still hungry? And some days, you know, you do. Or you've just had a ginormous day where you just need to eat, and I get it. I get that, girl. Once we have that one beautiful bowl of food, you can wait a little bit, let it digest, and then see how you feel. Another thing I wanted to touch on was skipping meals. I do not recommend skipping meals at all. Sometimes I accidentally intermittent fast, but I'll still have 3 main meals throughout the day. So sometimes I'll get back from the gym at like 10 o'clock and I do some work, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, it's 11:30, I need to have some breakfast, and I'll have breakfast, and then a few hours later I'll have lunch. And you know, that's just a cycle with my lifestyle. I feel like it's all over the place. I'm working on it. I still make sure I have 3 meals a day. I think that is super important. I eat when I feel hungry, and that's something I preach. I preach intuitive eating. I know what I crave, and I feed my body what it craves. Honestly, if you're someone who finds himself skipping out on meals, I really want you to try and incorporate at least 3 main meals a day. So for example, this morning for breakfast, I had my avocado toast, good source of fats, good source of grains, and then I also put hemp seeds and nutritional yeast on top. Nutritional yeast is actually surprisingly high in protein. I think it's like 10 grams of protein per 2 tablespoons. And then also hemp seeds are an amazing source of protein, especially if you are plant-based. I'd highly recommend getting into those as well. Yeah, I'm just loving hemp protein at the moment. I've got these new hemp protein snack bars. They're so good. Having those 3 distinct meals are really good for avoiding the whole binge cycle in total, because you know you have those 3 specific meals that are going to fill you up. the next day. If you can't tell, I just did the live yoga, which was it yoga? No, we did Pilates. It was so much fun. We've been loving doing our live workouts at the moment, and today was over on Soap's page. So if you're looking for a 45-minute Pilates class to do, definitely go and check out the IGTV that we did. But I kind of wanted to stay on this topic and talk about some things that we've learned in a few of our lectures on binge eating, because I feel like my lecturer is a very smart woman and I thought I could share a few of her tips. So here's a little fun fact from my lecture. Binge eating is just as common in men as it is in women. So I found that really interesting, and it just goes to show, like, whoever is watching this video, it may help you in one way or another, regardless of gender. So I've just taken some notes from this lecture, and my lecturer has said that mindful eating as a technique is the best way to combat binge eating, and I feel like that is such a great tip. Being present and eating with no distractions is such a good idea. Even I'm so guilty of this. I feel like I'll bring food to my desk and still work and eat at the same time and not be like fully present while I'm eating. Geordie and I have kind of made it a rule that we always have dinner at the table together every night, but we're still being more mindful because we're sitting in a space where it's less distracting. When we moved in, I kind of like set the rule that there were no phones allowed at the dinner table, just because I was like, we want to be present. We don't want to have any distractions, any like notifications popping up that we're like, oh, let me just... I couldn't agree more with her. I think mindful eating is a really good way to go around it. She's also said, identify environmental and emotional cues. Where were you sitting? Did you eat slowly? Were you hungry? I also wanted to talk about something that I do religiously every single day, and I feel like this keeps me fuller for longer. It really helps with the concentration and the distractions from me going, oh, I'm just like wandering into thinking about food sort of thing. This kind of really helps that. And that is water intake. I feel like it's such like a generic thing to say. A lot of us aren't getting enough water as what our body needs. We have her right here. She sits there all day, every day. But this is 2.2 liters. This is a great water bottle. I did lose the lid, so that's why it's just like chilling like this. But sometimes when I'm like constantly drifting off and thinking about food, or I'm not hungry and all I want to do is eat, but I'm not hungry, it's just me going, I'm so bored that I could literally just eat and eat and eat. Sometimes all I need is just a huge drink of water, because it's my body's way of being like, girl, I am thirsty and I don't know how to tell you this. So if you know you've just eaten but you could keep on going and uncontrollably keep on going, have a drink of water. Obviously that's just like a super generic tip. I don't know what's going on like with everyone individually, but for me that's what's really helped. And the last thing I want to touch on is intuitive eating, because that for me is the key, and honoring the signals that your body is sending you. If you're craving like a particular food, there is a reason. I just truly believe in making healthy alterations where you can and listening to your body. I'm sure you've heard it a million times before, but it's so important to tune in to what your body is trying to tell you. If you want to know more about intuitive eating, I'm going to find some articles for you guys and leave them down below, and also some more articles and videos on binge eating that I find really helpful if you want to go beyond this video. If you want more videos like this, or a little bit more nutrition based or anything like that where I talk about my lectures and everything, please let me know. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up down below. Please subscribe if you aren't already, because that makes me the happiest girl in the world. Turn on post notifications so you don't miss when I upload. But my name is Jess. I make new videos every 3 days, so I will see you in 3 days.